If you're anything like us, you've been obsessed with the new Descendants movie ever since it came out. Not only does it have an incredibly likable cast of characters, but the storyline is touching and speaks to struggles many of us have with wanting to have a group of truly supportive friends. However, there were some characters that spent most of the film not trying to find outside validation, but validation from within. Audrey was definitely one of those characters, constantly trying to be a villain, but not quite making the mark. Though we love Audrey's character, we don't think she was as mean as the movie made her out to be. In fact, we don't even think she could be a true villain. Here are our top 5 reasons why Audrey is not the villain. Welcome back, villain kids! I'm Miss Gossip, and if you are new to Billy's channel, make sure to subscribe and put the notifications on so you won't miss on the latest Descendants news. Number 5. Audrey did not pose a threat. Though in traditional Disney movies, good usually has won against evil. That is only after a huge fight to get there. Audrey's spells did not pose a threat to anybody else throughout the movie, being easily reversed whenever the characters needed to move on with the story. Number 4. Audrey had a love interest. Disney villains typically don't have any emotional attachment to others, making Audrey suspiciously not worry of the villain title. For example, Audrey's continued affinity for Chad Charming is something that holds her back throughout the story, causing her to even use her powers to protect him. Though you could say that villains such as Jafar had love interests, i.e. Jasmine, Jafar was only using Jasmine as a way to get to Aladdin, so that doesn't count. Number 3. She doesn't have the ambition to be a villain. For someone who is trying to appear like a villain, Audrey has a remarkable lack of ambition. This can be seen when she is robbing the museum. Once she steals the scepter, why doesn't she steal more? Why does she curb her ambitions instead of embracing her full evil personality? This makes us think she wasn't a villain to begin with, but was instead being possessed by Maleficent's scepter. Number 2. Disney villains have to have some type of defining feature. One of the things that is essential for any Disney villain is that they have some type of defining feature that inspires their entire persona. However, there isn't much to Audrey's persona. Even when she thinks she is a villain, it doesn't seem very convincing. So what if Maleficent's scepter spoke to her? Is a change in hair color really going to give her a defining aesthetic? Number 1. True Disney villains are just plain evil. The biggest reason why Audrey was not a villain in The Descendants 3 is simple. Disney villains are just plain evil. Whether you're thinking of Maleficent, Jafar, or even Ursula, Disney villains have an infamous history of doing whatever they need to do to get their way. This often puts them in a position where they don't want to have any family, friends, or loved ones. This type of detachment often fuels their villainous lifestyles, but Audrey doesn't have any of these ulterior motives. Because of this, she was never truly evil in the first place. Do you agree with my theory? Can you think of any other reason proving Audrey is not a true villain? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Miss Gossip. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to put a like, subscribe, and share this video with your villain friends.